There is a kind of silence that no one talks about. Not the silence of an empty home, but the silence that comes after you already have a child. You've done this before. Your body has done this before. Everyone assumes it will happen again. But month after month it doesn't. Secondary infertility is one of the most misunderstood reproductive struggles in the world. Because from the outside, it looks like you should be grateful. And from the inside, it feels like grief you're not allowed to name. This video is for the parents who feel confused, for the ones who feel guilty for wanting more, and for the ones who silently wonder, why is this happening now? Before we go any further, if this topic matters to you or to someone you love, please pause for 1 second and backhand index pointing right subscribe to this channel. Backhand index pointing right like this video. Backhand index pointing right share it with someone who needs to feel less alone. It helps this conversation reach the people who are quietly searching at 2 a.m., wondering if anyone understands what they're going through. Secondary infertility is real. It is medical. And it is emotional. And today we're talking about all of it. Secondary infertility is defined as the inability to conceive or carry a pregnancy to term after already having one or more children without using fertility treatments. And this is important. It doesn't matter how easily you conceived the first time. It doesn't matter how many children you already have. If you're trying again for 12 months under age 35 or 6 months over age 35 and nothing is happening, that counts. Globally, millions of couples experience secondary infertility. Yet it's often dismissed with phrases like, "At least you have one. Just relax. It'll happen when you stop trying." But biology doesn't work on gratitude. And hope doesn't replace medical facts. Secondary infertility can feel even more disorienting than primary infertility because it challenges everything you thought you knew about your body. You're not imagining it, and you're not alone. Secondary infertility carries a very specific kind of pain. You love your child deeply, and at the same time, you grieve the child you can't seem to conceive. That emotional contradiction creates guilt. And guilt creates silence. Many parents don't talk about secondary infertility because they're afraid of being judged as ungrateful. So instead, they suffer quietly. You might avoid baby showers. You might stop answering certain questions. You might feel disconnected from friends who are growing their families easily. And worst of all, you might start blaming yourself. But infertility is not a moral failure. It is not punishment. And it is not something you deserve. It is a medical condition with emotional consequences. Secondary infertility often has very real medical explanations. Hormonal changes after pregnancy, age-related egg or sperm quality decline, scar tissue from C-sections or previous deliveries, endometriosis that worsened over time, ovulation disorders, changes in menstrual cycles, male factor infertility, which accounts for nearly half of all cases. Sometimes, the cause is identifiable. Sometimes, it's unexplained. And sometimes, it's multiple small factors adding up over time. Your body is not the same body it was years ago. And that's not a failure. It's biology. C-sections can sometimes lead to scar tissue or adhesions. Infections can go unnoticed. Hormonal disruptions can linger. None of this means you did something wrong. It means your body went through something intense, and it may need support to heal. Advocating for yourself medically is not complaining. It's protecting your future health. Secondary infertility is not just a women's issue. Sperm quality can change over time due to stress, illness, environmental exposure, lifestyle, or age. Yet many men struggle in silence, feeling pressure to be strong, supportive, and unaffected. Infertility impacts identity for everyone involved. And shared struggle deserves shared compassion. One of the hardest answers to receive is, "Everything looks normal." Unexplained secondary infertility can feel like being stuck without a map. But unexplained does not mean imagined. It means science doesn't yet have every answer. And that uncertainty is emotionally exhausting. Treatment options vary widely. Sometimes it's medication, sometimes surgery, sometimes assisted reproductive technology, sometimes lifestyle adjustments. and sometimes time and monitoring. There is no single right path, only informed choices. Secondary infertility can strain even the strongest relationships. Grief shows up differently. Timing becomes pressure. Communication can falter. But this is not a sign of failure. It's a sign of stress. Support, counseling, and honest conversations matter. You are allowed to feel hope and sadness at the same time. You are allowed to want more. You are allowed to rest. Boundaries are self-care. Community is medicine. And your feelings are valid. Some families grow in unexpected ways. Some journeys take longer. Some outcomes look different than planned. But worth is not measured by family size. And your story is still unfolding. If you take nothing else from this video, take this. Secondary infertility is real. Your pain is valid. And you are not alone. Thank you for staying through this conversation. If this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and share, because someone out there needs to hear these words tonight.